Hello and welcome. Today I'll be talking about the number one reason why dairy products are so hard to resist. My name is Chantal Sneath and I'm the founder of The Healthy Leap, and I'm a health coach, and I help teach busy mothers and women how to beat their cravings and lead a healthier life. Now, if you were around these parts last week, you might have seen a post of mine that talked about milk, and it got a lot of reaction. One of the things that I shared about dairy products and milk is that 70% of people are either intolerant or allergic to dairy. And what was interesting about the reactions was that the vast majority of people actually concurred with this. They actually said that either they or someone that they loved also had adverse reactions to dairy. So it got me thinking. It was clear to me that it struck a chord, and I thought I need to dive deeper into this topic. Because the other thing that resonates too is that a lot of people are addicted to dairy products, in particular ice cream and cheese. I used to be a huge ice cream addict, so I can totally relate. So if you love dairy products like chocolate milk or butter or sour cream or cheese or ice cream, any of those things, this broadcast is going to change the way that you see those foods, and you're going to understand why you love them so much. So please let me know if you can hear and see me properly, and I would invite you to share this video because everyone consumes dairy or is struggling with dairy, and it's such a big part of our diet. It's a big part of our society and our culture, and I think this video could really help them understand why they love dairy so much. Now, what I'm about to share with you today is not something that's really commonly known. It's something that, some doctors or most doctors are aware of or should be aware of, so pay close attention. Now, just to give you a background on milk, we know that it contains a lot of nutrients that are great for us. It contains calcium, which is, the one thing that we all know about milk, but it also contains other vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin B6, B12, and also vitamin D. But warning, the D is added into the milk. And it also contains minerals like magnesium, selenium, and zinc. So these are all fantastic for our health. But there's something, these vitamins and these minerals don't explain why we're addicted to dairy, right? So there is one thing in dairy, sorry, that does hook us in, and that thing is called casomorphins. Now, what are casomorphins, you ask? They are, sorry, I got something in my throat. Casomorphins are an opiate-like peptide, and they are released in the cow's milk protein. So casomorphins are addictive like opiates, and that explains why we have trouble, just taking one bite of cheese, or we can't stop eating ice cream at night, things like that. It's those casomorphins that just keep us wanting more. But there's more info about casomorphins I wanted to share with you, and it's really important. Casomorphins are linked to the cause of other serious conditions like type 1 diabetes, food allergies, circulatory disorders, postpartum psychosis, ADHD, and even autism. In fact, cow's milk is one of the first and most common causes of food allergy in young kids. And of course, we all know how prevalent ADHD and autism are in our society. So now that you know why dairy products are so addictive, what can you do about it? Well, there's a couple of things. The first is just to substitute your dairy with other types of non-dairy products. So of course, there's lots of nut milks out there on the market. I suggest that you try a few. My personal favorite is cashew milk because it's quite creamy, and I just like the texture and the taste. There's also goat's milk and sheep's milk. And what's interesting about these two animals is that the milk that they produce contains a different protein, what we call the A2 protein. Cow's milk contains the A1 protein, and that protein is associated with inflammation, whereas the A2 protein is not. It's actually perfectly fine for you. So look out for, cheeses and milks that have goat's and sheep's milk. Now, my other tip would be to download the cheat sheet that's in the description box of this video. It has my 5 tips to beat food cravings. Now, I use some of these tips to beat my ice cream addiction, and I was a huge ice cream addict. I used to eat a bowl of ice cream every single night before bed for years. and it was very tough to kick, but I managed to do it. So if you're struggling with food cravings, especially with dairy or even other food cravings, this cheat sheet will definitely help you. Now, I hope that this video was helpful and informative. And if you have any questions about food cravings or dairy, just leave me a comment in the box below, and I'll be more than happy to respond to your question or your comment. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that you have a great day. Bye-bye.